I'd like to welcome Bob to the stage.
Do you remember, ladies and gentlemen, that during the First World War, there were thousands and thousands of British soldiers. They were marching up to the war, and they were singing a song. And would like to dedicate this story to the people of the UK. Where are the people of the UK? People of the UK. You know it very well that Charles Cowan, he wrote the song for the boys going overseas. And the title of the song was, ladies and gentlemen, Pack All Your Troubles in Your Old Kit Bag. Music maestro. You should have seen those soldiers marching up to the war. Pack all your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Where is your Lucifer to light your fag? Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack all your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Thank you. I do feel the critical attitude of the audience. Und ich spüre die kritischen Einstellungen des deutschen Volkes. Okay, let's start with the Dutch. Where are the Dutch? Just one Dutch. That's great. Yes. You know what the Dutch are thinking now? Nou, ik ben helemaal niet naar Berlijn afgereisd om een Belg een grapje door zijn liedje te horen zingen en daarbij nog in slecht Engels. You can easily recognize the Dutch in an international audience. They talk with their throat. The late Winston Churchill one time said, Dutch is not a language, it's a disease of the throat. But we can learn a lot from the Dutch. And I'm performing regularly in Holland. And, you know, I'm always add that sentence as finishing touch. God creates the touch. Even if you don't understand the different languages, well, listen at the beautiful music of the language reactions. Wo sind meine Freunde aus Deutschland? The Germans? Where are the Germans? The Germans are thinking now, ach du Mensch, mit deinem Quatsch, lass wir doch mit dem Bein auf dem Grund stehen bleiben. Typical German reaction. People from Switzerland? Where are the people from Switzerland? Swiss people? Oh, which part of Switzerland? The Roman part? Schweizerdeutsch? Deutsch. Schweizerdeutsch, yes, okay. 4 languages in Switzerland. La partie romande, c'est, il n'y a pas le feu au lac, die Schweizerdeutsch. Was soll der Blödsinn jetzt schon wieder? There's also an Italian part in Switzerland, in the canton of Ticino. Che va piano va sano e va lontano. Chi va forte va alla morte. Spero che questo non gli arrivi mai. Some French, yes, there is a French in the back office of Fieldglass. A French. The French reaction. The reaction of the guy in Paris. Putain, quel con ce mec. Regardez-moi cet enfoiré, mais qu'est-ce qui nous fait chier, ce con. In France, tout le monde est con, except Monsieur François Hollande, the Prime Minister, and you, of course. It's normal, yes. Any Spanish people? People? No? No? Okay, great. People from Sweden, from Norwegian. I hope you, Michael, you will understand Norwegian reaction. Slap af. Likro drikken og spise, vi har øl. We have oil. They say in Norwegian. Likro drikken og spise, we like eating and drinking. People from Luxembourg. I heard that some people from Luxembourg. No? Nobody from Luxembourg? A little bit from Luxembourg? Es scheint not Hyäne kommt für Glänzen Belsch. Eine Chanson sangen zu heiren, ander noch am schlechten Englisch. Okay, I stop a little bit my... Oh yes, the UK, people from the UK. Reaction of the UK. Oh. This is typical for the UK. Oh. We did win 2 world wars, so I didn't get the point. The UK reaction. I stop my European tour, ladies and gentlemen, most of you are thinking now, please, Bob, that is a real serious meeting. So let's stay with both feet on the ground. You remember, during our childhood, Mama was saying 10 times a day, remember that, stay with both feet on the ground. And maybe she was right, but of course most of you are customers, you are sales and marketing executives, you are project managers, perhaps you ICT managers, but first of all, ladies and gentlemen, you should be an intrapreneur. And if you are a real intrapreneur and you stay with both feet on the ground your whole life, you never make a step forward. And perhaps this is the message of those 3 days here in Berlin. If everybody and each of you is making just one step, yes, in the direction of the future, well, the whole audience, the whole Fieldglass and you are making an enormous step to the future. And for me, the future is the customer. Because no customers, no company, no work, no salary, and so on. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Okay. I thought I was in the wrong room. In the room of Oracle. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Bob, and Bob is the abbreviation of Best of Belgium. Let me play a little bit the court jester. You know what the court jester was doing in history? He could speak out loud what others barely dare to think. Okay? Lächelnd sagt nachher die Wahrheit. I do feel what some of you are thinking now. Oei, 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 oei. This is really not my style. Das ist wirklich nicht meine Art. C'est pas mon genre. This is not my style. By the way, I'm an engineer. And this is really not my style. Ach, das ist gut für die Club Med-Ländern. Music, clapping the hands, Bob. This is ridiculous. You know what? It's gonna be nothing with this Bob. Some others of you might think now, what did he say? Smile, smile, because you are your own future. You know what? The future is not what it used to be. Yes. Who is from Fieldmark? Fieldmark? All the people from Fieldmark? Fieldglass. Good. Wake up. Thank you very much. Yes, okay. Well, some people might think you, the customers in the front here, some people in the back office might think, yes, we were a great customer-oriented company. We install a lot of data centers in the US, and even we have a lot of customers in the US who work with Oracle, and now we are forced to work for SAP. SAP. You know, in the UK, SAP. Submit and pray. Or shut up and pay. In the US, shit all over the place. Yes, in Holland, systematische administratieve puinhoop. En France, savoir attendre patiemment. Auf Deutsch, ein sicherer Arbeitsplatz. I wouldn't bet on that. And a lot of people, they have concerns and they worry about the future. Other people might think at the future, well, when we talk about customers, customers are not like in the past. Always demanding, demanding, never satisfied. You know that there is an increasing demand of customers that they want to control and to perfectly know where their data is hosted. Wow, the customers. Ugh. And it's still the crisis, you know, it's still crisis. I'm fed up with all those changes. This is the abbreviation of IBM. Do you know the abbreviation of IBM? I've been moved. No, ich bin müde. For the French people, I'm tired. I'm tired of all those change. And some people might know there is a court jester coming from Belgium. For we Germans, this is already a pleonasm. Belgium, that is a court jester. I decided not to laugh. There is a lot of pressure on the people. It's crisis. Customers are very difficult. I decided not to laugh. When do we have aperitif? At 12 o'clock? Okay. I decided not to laugh. Okay. I stopped my show, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps you might recognize yourself in the red chair. Actually, I think you didn't recognize yourself. You recognize your neighbor. Because you're perfect, but your neighbor or your boss might have some correction. I would say that I respect you and I respect the meaning of everybody, but what's the metaphor of this red chair? What are the messages that Bob is trying to get across? Ladies and gentlemen, as long as you stay in this red chair being negative and criticizing everything, what are you making of your day? As long as you stay in that red chair being negative, what is your attitude going towards your colleagues? Or worse, sir, your customers? As long as you stay in that red chair, what will be the quality of your life? Niente, nada, nothing. So the first thing to do is to stand up from the red chair, ladies and gentlemen, as a positive person, and to face what is happening. But it's so human to stay in that red chair, because I started and I asked Dominique to put some music, and we start clapping the hands, and I was looking at the body language of the tables here, and some people, this man is crazy. And so on. I saw it on the body language. It's good for the Club Med London. Yes, okay, why not? And some of you might have decided in a split of the second, you know what? It's going to be nothing with this Bob. How many times in life did we decide it in front of a new colleague, in front of a new IT application, in front of a new boss? It's going to be nothing. How many times we decided in front of a person, it's going to be nothing. Les préjugés sont les vérités des imbéciles. The prejudice are the imbecile's truth. And afterwards, you said, hey, that's the best boss I ever saw and I ever had. And Michael, that's what I had to say. Huh? The best boss in the world. You understand? So it's very important to face reality. So what did the court jester say? Smile. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, put on your face the best smile you have. Some of you really need it. I think that there was a big party yesterday evening in the restaurant, and you had the moon. It was great, and the moon was turning from red to white. I heard, Michael, it was a great, fantastic thing. You know, they invest a lot of money just for the moon. This is great. And then you closed the bar, I heard this morning, with some colleagues. Thank you. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, smile. Smile, because you are your own future. We are the people from the US. I like your country. And more than that, I like the way you think in your country. This is typical US. If you think you can, you can. If you think you cannot, you're right. Yes, of course. Alles ist doch zwischen ihre Ohren. Here is the attitude and the positive attitude. This is so important. Okay, yes. Humor. Is humor important in life? Who uses humor in meetings with customers? Humor, very important. Humor. It's completely different than humor. Yes. Where's Julia? Julia? Julia. Yes, I like the dry sense of humor of the British, you know. For the German is completely different. Man sollte schon deshalb kein langes Gesicht machen, weil man dann mehr zu rasieren hat. This is German. Yeah. Les Français font l'humour et pas la gueule. Hein? Nou, ik heb een baaldag, zeggen ze in Nederland, hè? Maar ja, wij werken gewoon door. Hè? En baal is very important. Hè? Yes. I like the dry sense of humor of the UK, because the people in the UK, they can say in your bloody face that you're a perfect idiot. But they are so polite about it. They can say it in such a polite way that you ask for more. The trisense, always look on the bright side of life. So very important. Smile, ladies and gentlemen. Smile, 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 smile. Okay, humor is the Vaseline of change. Excuse me for the ladies. It's the Vaseline of change. When we are in a changing environment, it's so absolutely necessary to use humor, to have humor. What did the court jester say in this red chair? Well, some people, certainly in times of change, saying, well, it's not what it used to be. The future is not what it used to be. Well, it's a pity when you go through life with that mental attitude. The future, your future is great on condition that you have the courage to ask yourself critical questions. I see a lot of CEOs worldwide always repeating, let's forget the past. Only the future counts. There is no future without past. It's only on a glorious past that you can build an even more promising future. It's very important. And there is a second message. Don't run near your shoes. Be yourself. This is very important. Be yourself in change. Yes, okay. I took some notes and would like to say, Brenda, the name of the CEO of Fieldglass, Jay Shakamat, he said, well, okay, we joined SAP because now we have the possibility and a unique position to accelerate our investment in a way that it would have not possible when we were a standalone company. That is very important. So, some people in the back office can sit in the red chair and say, yes, it was better in the past and it was better in the past. Now, I think that the future is very promising, tapping from that expertise of SAP. But this change, human beings, they don't like change, except for babies with wet nappies. That's the only one who want to change. And some people are still in the red chair and saying, yes, it was best, it was better in the past. Who remember Jack Welch? Jack Welch, yes, great. Jack Welch, the famous top manager of GE, controlling more than 250 companies. I met him in Rotterdam with his third wife. I paid €1,000 to talk to him, 20 minutes. Great person, great person. And Jack Welch, I will still remember that quote, you have to change before you have to. Comprenden? You understand? You have to change before you have to. Because when you wait that your boss is asking you to change, it's too late for the heroes. You have to change before you have to. And some people will think, yes, but Bob, are you going to teach me my business? Are you going to tell me what I have to do? I have 20 years of experience. May I ask you, who has 10 years of experience in ICT in this business? 10 years of experience? Okay. 15 years? Raise your hand. 15 years? 20 years? 20 years? 20 years of experience? 20 years? No. And you're still laughing? Great. When some people say, I have 20 years of experience, I says, yes, that's the problem. The problem is you have 20 years of experience. Both CEOs of Google and Microsoft are Indians, and they say, our business model is not based on experience. Our business model is based on innovation. So how do you look at that? We all should reinvent a little bit our job. And that's the way. Your only job security is the way you cope with change. It's very important. Change. But in every company, Kenneth Blanchard told me that, you know, remember Kenneth Blanchard, the one-minute manager who read this book, The 1 Minute Manager? He told me, Professor Kenneth Blanchard, in every company you always get the PSMs. I said, what does PSM stands for? And he said, the professional shit makers. In every company you have the professional shit makers. Not at Fieldglass, you're perfect. Oracle. All what I say is for Oracle, not for Fieldglass. In every company you have the professional shit makers. And I hear myself asking the professor, how can you motivate those guys, professor? And he said, make them responsible for their own shit. You understand that? This is great. Make them responsible for their own shit. You are no longer paid, ladies and gentlemen, to do a job, but to take responsibility. What is your contribution to this company, regardless the function you have and who you are? We looked in the past. Dupont de Nemours, Dupont in Geneva, Dupont, and in the US. Dupont, you know Dupont, yes? Dupont started 200 years ago with making explosives. Philips, the world concern. Philips started 200 years ago with a lamp. They are now in medical, in health science. Also Dupont. DSM in Holland start with digging coal out of the ground. They are now in special plastic packaging and life science. So the whole business model change. So reinventing your job. So I wrote a book. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, great audience. Thank you. And Julia, you said it. I met a Chinese lawyer from Shanghai who learned me. When you look for the word crisis in the Chinese dictionary, you will find the word lucky break opportunity. And this is great in the Chinese mentality. You have in both words the same component. You have the same component in both words. So for an European, this is negative, crisis is negative, and this is positive. But in the Chinese mentality, it's the same word. You wei, jizhou, you jihui. You want me to repeat it in Chinese Mandarin? You wei, jizhou, you jihui means when the crisis comes to an end, your chance already began. So I expand this title to, you can have a personal crisis, you can have a crisis in health, you can have a crisis with your children, you can have an identity crisis with your company. In every crisis there is always an opportunity, but you have to stand up out of the red chair and take that opportunity. And that's what afterwards people say, you were lucky. Opportunities are always in the field, and the threats are always in the own company. I repeat that. Threats are per definition always in the own company, while opportunities are always in the field. That's the difference between Belgium and the Dutch. I first will say it in Dutch, afterwards I will translate. The Belgian guy says, the money is on the street, het geld ligt op straat. And the Dutch, they say, laten we een cursus bukken organiseren. Let's organize a training to learn the people to bend over. You understand? Because the money is in the street. Opportunities are always, per definition, in the street. So you have to bend over to take the opportunities. Very important. In this first part, ladies and gentlemen, you can fight against your boss, against the direction, the managing director. You can, who is a lot of people, a lot of companies, and a lot of people in the world, they always point their finger. It's due to my wife. It's due to the customer. It's due to, and so on. This is terrible. When you see people in your neighborhood, perhaps in your teams that always point their finger, you can always point your finger. And some companies in the past year said it's due to the crisis. Every time when you point your finger to a person you want to blame, 3 fingers are pointing at yourself. Stop complaining and do something. That is very important. Who is dictating your behavior? Who is dictating your behavior? Yourself? Who is dictating your behavior? The boss. Yes, every boss would like that everybody is behaving like he says they should. Who is dictating your behavior? The market is dictating your behavior. And the markets are the customers and also the competitors. For the people from the US, the 2 brothers Mars, they came with the private jet in Brussels. They had a meeting. And they said, customers are our real bosses. Customers are our real bosses. So don't waste energy in trying to change your boss. Means your wife, your husband. Don't spoil that energy. Accept what is going to change and take the best of it. Okay. It's all in your mind. Let me say it in my Belgian way. You were not responsible, Dominique, for the face you were given, but you're definitely responsible for the rotten face you pull. Yes, Dominique? Yes. Thank you very much for coming. Yes. I think, Michael, this is the first thing that probably you said yesterday. Thank you for coming. Even where are our customers? Who is customer invited here? Great time. Yes, it's great that you took time to come here and to stop a little bit with working. It's very important. Yes. What does the book say? Is everything under control, then you are not going fast enough. When you're sure, you're lost. That's the most dangerous way of thinking. I'm sure of that customer. And once upon a day, zap, it changes. It goes to the competitor. How does that come? Nostalgia is the last luxus for the person who is no longer believe in the future. You know, the whole community is going mad. Everything is snel und billig, fast and cheap, vite et bon marché, snel en goedkoop, fast and cheap. That's the reason I like the Swiss people, because they are slow and expensive. It's good to take time. I'm living in Switzerland, by the way, and I like the quality of life à Sion, in the French part, that you know very well. And ja, für meine Freunde aus Deutschland, wer täglich fleißig ist wie eine Biene, stark wie ein Ochsen, arbeiten wie ein Pferd und dann abends so müde ist wie ein Hund, der muss dringend zum Tierarzt. Es könnte ja sein, dass ein Esel ist. You understand? It's very important. Time to take time. Time to think about. Where is your position regarding Fieldglass and SAP? I have, ladies and gentlemen, you know, in the book, you know where's the problem? You know where's the problem? Where's the problem? Where's the problem? This is also the solution. Here's the solution. Here's the solution. Yes. What are you doing with your time? That's the question. I have a gift for you, and a gift that is called time. And that is what it's all about. Time, the most precious thing on earth. And maybe the only thing that one can truly possess. Time. You have to go and to look for it. You have to make it. Time is what you need to listen to yourself, to see your own mistakes. That time can be found everywhere, not only in the train or the tram, not only at your desk or on the work floor, no. Time needs to be stolen wherever and whenever you can. Just look for time and you will find it at home or abroad. In Antwerp, Belgium, sipping a drink on a terrace, in the very heart of Ardennes, or enjoying simply a Bach concert, or a CD by Tchaikovsky, or else, ladies and gentlemen, in a countryside church, in a quiet corner in a cathedral, and just pray. Pray that one little sentence by the French writer Psychari. A prayer even an atheist could recite. Seigneur, faites que je sois logique. Lord, may I always make sense. May I always live in perfect harmony with myself. Lord, may logic reign my life. Seigneur, faites que je sois logique. Did you listen carefully to the message of this text? Making errors. Take time to see your errors. Is there anybody in the room who never make mistakes? Raise your hand. I normally look at the boss. Yes, because I was last week and there was a big audience and the boss said, yes, I never make mistakes. He was surrounded by 200 people of his teams and customers and so on. When I see a boss who is never making mistakes, I have in my car a jar with formaldehyde. And then I ask this man or woman to step into the jar so that I can show this jar with this perfect person at all my coming conference, saying, this boss, this man has never made mistakes. If you are married with a wife who never make mistakes, if you're married with a man who never make mistakes, wow, that's boring. So, you think so? I think it's the truth, you smile. Making mistakes is not negative. It's positive, because you can take some lesson out of a mistake. When we are reinventing the job, well, you as manager, it's very important that you still protect your own people. And when there is an error, that you can sit together and say, how can we repair it? How can you take a lesson for not making twice the same mistakes? Make creative mistakes, but never twice the same. That's very important. Okay. In my second part of the conferences, some people could ask in the red chair, Bob, do you have a crystal ball? Nobody has a crystal ball in the audience here. But perhaps if it's very difficult to predict the future, then Bob has an idea for you. If it's very difficult to predict the future, let's create and shape the future together. And there is no other alternative than creating with a top company and you customers, business partners, the future together. So, the first mental vitamin, ladies and gentlemen, was smile. You are an entrepreneur, everybody and each of you. Smile, because you are your own future. Second mental vitamin, fall in love again with your customers. Fall in love again with your customers, the people from Fieldglass. Here are your customers. Fall in love again with them. Red chair. Some people, ach, sind Sie verrückt? Are you crazy? You don't know how difficult and demanding customers are. Customer never satisfied, always complaining. In Germany, die Kunden sind scheiße. Ja, in Nederland, de klanten zijn zeikers, les clients sont chiants. In the UK, a customer is a pain in the ass. Excuse me. Yes. There was a guy in Switzerland who said to me, if only we hadn't any customers, it would be so quiet. No customers, no company, no future. So what is the reality of that? Are customers annoying beings? Are customers difficult? Who thinks customers are difficult? Raise your hand. Customers are difficult? Is that the right word? That I'm asking myself. Difficult? Yeah, challenging. Oh, I like that. Demanding. Well-informed. Great. Yes. The people, they think that I pay you to say that. No. Demanding. Yes, okay. This is very important. Demanding. He is still in charge, your CTO, Vish Baliga. Oh, he is still there, okay, because it changes so fast. For the moment, he is still CTO at Fieldglass. I was impressed that when I read some press articles that, okay, customers are difficult beings, are demanding. Yes, of course. So the most important, and I make that quote here, we have at Fieldglass a constant focus on the real customer needs. And that's very important for you customers, that Fieldglass says we are dedicated to introduce innovative and easy to use functionality. We want to help our customers in controlling or in serving their customers too. Okay, that is very important. You know, there is only one boss, it's the customer. Because he can fire everybody. From the chairman to the warehouseman to the chauffeur. Simply by spending his money everywhere or elsewhere. So who is paying your salary? Wer bezahlt ihr Gehalt? Chi paga il stipendio? Who is paying your salary? The boss and far too little? No, the customer is paying your salary. So what should you say to every customer? Ladies and gentlemen, from the back office in Chicago and in London and in Berlin, what should you say to every customer? Hello, my daily bread. Come here and let me better you. Schönen guten Tag, Butterbrot. Komm hier, dass ich dich schmiere. Yeah, you don't have to say that. But think customer. Think customer. You should say to every customer, even on the phone, or when you see him, hello my daily bread, come here and let me butter you. I think it's, ladies and gentlemen, may I ask you to stand up? And everybody can say it in his own language. Oh, it would be a great concert of decibels. So you simply say, hello, my daily bread, come here and let me better you. I count till 3, and everybody says it in his own language. Take care. 1, 2, 3. Hello, my daily bread, come here and let me better you. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Yes. Using Dominique. Customer is your daily bread. So if the customer is so important, I have a third mental vitamin, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to your customer. And listen, of course, has more to do than, yes, hearing the customer, because there is no time. Time is money. Time is money. We don't take really the time to be there. Be here and now in front of your customer. Is everybody listening to me for the moment? This is a serious question. Ladies and gentlemen, is everybody listening to me for the moment? Can I see your hands, even the Germans? Yes. I'm not convinced at all. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a scientific exercise. May I ask you to put your hands and your arms on 20 centimeters from each other. Also the management. I said 20 centimeters, monsieur. Some men are lying at home. That's the reason, excuse me, that a lot of ladies, they can't park their car because they think this is 40 centimeters. Wow, this is macho talking. Wow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 20 centimeters. Les bons comptes font les bons amis. Let's make an agreement. I will count till 3. And at 3, you clap your hands. Okay? Are you ready? 1, 2. There is a problem in this room, huh? I think you drank too much. It was in the morning in the bar. You know, half of the room, you are hearing me, but you are not listening. So half of the room, you have one question that burns your lips. When will this guy finish? And the other half is thinking, what will be the aperitif in the afternoon? Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it again. 20 centimeters. Go! No. Okay, last time. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Okay, now it's finished. Thank you very much. So, very, very, very important. You were born, ladies and gentlemen, with 2 ears and just 1 mouth. Perhaps the good Lord was trying to tell us something. Yes, music master. Music, you're not obliged to clap in your hands, but I start my conference, and at the end of the conference, there might be a difference. You're clapping in the right rhythm. This is great. Some audience are not clapping in the right rhythm. And for me, it's a parameter smelling a little bit that we are not on the same level. That's very important. Has nothing to do with the fact that some of you perhaps studied music or play an instrument, but the fact that an audience is clapping in the right rhythm gives me a sign, hey, this is a good bunch of people, and not some individuals who are here. You understand? Okay, let's growing together. Let's growing together and make success together. I think the customers, and we have great customers here from pharmaceuticals, Roche and GlaxoSmithKline, and Vino Tinto. Rio Tinto. Huh? Vino Tinto is in Spain, yes. And some real big customers here. I think that it's a real opportunity to see what service Fieldglass can offer, together with SAP, that there is a huge expertise, and that I heard that the people in London and EMEA, they want to redouble their efforts to make really easy functionalities and easy products, and to lead is to serve, serve your customers together. And there's a beautiful Italian expression, alla tavola si dice tutto. So I think in those 2 or 3 days, this is great to have also the moments on the bar and the coffee breaks, and the fact that you can exchange some experiences and the best practice, because it's one of the workshops. So it's important to share your experience with other colleagues, and together we are strong. And you know, the most important for you managers, leave your red chair and your ivory tower and step down to the field. I see in large companies that's one of the problems in leadership, because the real revolution is on the managerial side. A manager today has to come down from the stage and go to the people. and say, congratulations, well done. In most of the companies I hear, the job is well done, ausgezeichnet. The job is well done, it's normal. You're getting paid to do it. But if you, as manager, you can go to people and say, real, from the bottom of my heart, I give you a big hug. Great, great. Nou, goed gedaan, jochie. Nou, geweldig dat u daar bent. Ja, mooi. Ja. Merci, mon ami, de prendre le temps de voir un peu tout ce qui se passe ici. À Berlin, mais quel plaisir. I go to my friend, Aaron, yes. I said, namaste. In your language, Apkayaha anye kilye tanyevat. I'm happy that you are here. Is this understandable? Okay, great. Thank you. Merci et bravo. I think merci, bravo, thank you are the most powerful words in every language in the world. Please use them. If you take everything in life here and not with that, it won't work. Respect the emotional intelligence of your team members. Make them co-responsible for their success. We have to fight together. Customers, partners in crime, and we the company. Ton Hermans said it. Ton Hermans, I'm sure nobody knows Ton Hermans. Ton Hermans, great. One of the most talented chansonniers, cabaretier in the world. He even did some shows in New York, coming out of Holland. And he said, mensen zijn de mooiste dingen die we hebben in het leven. Human beings are the most precious things that we have on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, last red chair act. Some people might think, no. Yes. For my French-Italian friends. Parole, 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 nothing but words and blah, blah, blah. And the question that most of you are asking now, what's in it for me with all those blah, blah? And this is the right question, of course, in every seminar, in every cycle meeting, that you ask the question, what's in it for me? I invest time here. What's in it for me? Well, last mental vitamin, ladies and gentlemen. Say what you do and do what you say. It's so easy, but so difficult at the same time. Say what you do and do what you say. If you promise something, you have to do it. Otherwise, and that is very important for customers, when you promise something, you from Fieldglass, and you said, yes, you will have the prices, or you will have the application next Tuesday. And if you're a customer, the customers are here, you don't have the application on Tuesday, well, give him a second chance. But it's so possible that you, as a customer, will have the reaction that, zap, okay, there are other suppliers. So you all are ambassadors of Fieldglass. Say what you do and do what you say. Normally the people say, yes, I do my best, Bob. I only can do my best. Do you think that champions are just doing their best? Are you doing your best in life? Is that enough? That's my question. Can I ask somebody in the audience? Try to grab this sheet of paper. You understand the question? Try to grab this sheet of paper. May I ask you? You look sympathetic. Hey, what was my question? Try to grab this sheet of paper. And what did he do? He did it. You're much too dynamic. Thanks a lot for playing, but Das ist keine Wörterspielerei. It's not playing with words. It's the right mental attitude. So I repeat the question. Show me a person, a human being, who is just trying to grab this sheet of paper. You took it away. You did it. That was not my question. Who understands the difference? Who could show me a person who is just trying to grab this sheet of paper? Yes, try. Try more, try harder. Yes, great, great. Wow, wow. What an actress. Wow. Great, thanks a lot, thanks a lot. You know, she sweats. It can last hours because you can promise to your supplier, to your customer, to your business partner, I try, and yes, and I do my best, but afterwards it's due to my grandmother, it's due to my mother-in-law, it's due to the boss, it's due to London, it's due the whole world. You take it or you don't take it. It's very black and white. When you will leave, gentlemen, tomorrow or the day after the hotel and you come home, perhaps that your girlfriend will say, Charling, shall we try? You can just answer, I do my best. It will give no satisfaction, excuse me. You do it or you don't do it. It's very important. Julia, I would like to, and Michael, thank you for the opportunity and your confidence taking the word here and doing this conference, because I had a pleasure to meet some people and to prepare this. And you can ask the question, what is the price? I will repeat, and I hope that you will remember the red chair in the following days, weeks, month. Remember Bob with the red chair? There were 5 mental vitamins. Always smile, ladies and gentlemen, because you are your own future, never forget that. Who is paying a salary? Hello, my daily bread, come here and let me better you. Listening, 2 ears and just 1 mouth, so double listening than only talking. People are the most important capital that you have, and don't forget, merci et bravo. And then the last 5th mental vitamin, say what you do and do what you say. Perhaps a last story. And I hope you will tell the story to perhaps your children. And you know, a lot of books have been written about what is the price of success. A little girl had lost her parents at an early age and was now brought up by her eldest sister. And you know how children are. It's Christmas and the little girl goes downtown in search of a present for her sister. And at the jeweler's display, she saw a very beautiful necklace. And she said all by herself, that's what I'm going to buy for my sister, who is so very kind to me. She went home to fetch her savings and went back at the jeweler's. She once more had a good look to the beautiful necklace. She entered the shop and said to the jeweler, I want to buy that necklace over there for my beloved sister. She is so good to me since Mom and Dad passed away. I brought you all the money I have. And she broke her piggy bank and said again, all what I possess, it's for you, please sir. I would like to buy that necklace over there. The jeweler, very moved, gravely counted the money. It amounted to €20.20. And for the 3rd time the little girl said, all what I have, I give it to you. And without turning a hair, the jeweler took the necklace, nicely wrapped it up, and gave it to the little one. And delighted, the little girl ran back home and said to her sister, it's for you. Thank you so much. I would like to thank you for all what you did for me since Mom and Dad are not there anymore. And when the little girl had gone to bed, her sister went right away at the jeweler's, and blushing up to the eyes, she said, "I am terribly sorry, sir, but I have to give you back this necklace. My younger sister must have stolen it. But madam, she did not steal it. She bought it. Bought it? It's impossible." "Definitely," the jeweler said. "Your sister, she did buy it and paid with the whole of her savings. She paid the price of success. I am convinced that success in life has nothing to do with that. And there is one beautiful sentence, ladies and gentlemen. There is one letter difference between living and giving." Fieldglass, thank you very much. Good luck. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. Music.